Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Mandy, the Handmade Homeschooler, and today I am giving you a peek at the third grade stack. So first, if you haven't yet, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you can get all of the updates every time I post a brand new video. And pop a comment down below and tell me what grade you are homeschooling. I would love to know what grades all of my homeschool friends here are doing. Alright, so you guys asked for third grade since we have the 7th grade video up. This is third grade Language Arts Abeka. So again, I'm going to take you through the whole thing and we're going to kind of take apart and see everything that I have over here on the table for you. And just a note that some of this is required, some of it is optional. So there are pieces that you can mix and match and add to, and I will show you which ones of those I decided to grab because they it was almost inconvenient to not have it, if that makes sense. All right, let's take a look and see what I have. Okay, so like most language arts programs, Abeka is kind of broken up into chunks. So you have your grammar, you have your spelling, you have your writing or handwriting, and you have your reading and comprehension or phonics, depending on what grade they're in. So in third grade, Abeka moves from more of a phonics-based program to more of a fluent reader type of program. And it's a really natural progression that my student has done really, really well with. He's not had any problems and he's reading very fluently and very concise, I guess. He's not having problems stopping between words. His reading fluency is actually really, really good. I'm actually really happy with the way that he has developed his reading skills, but he is a little bit more advanced naturally in the reading area. It's just his strength. So with that, if language arts is your student's strength, Abeka is a good choice as far as language arts is considered. Again, because this is language arts, this is also, because this is Abeka Language Arts, this is also a tad bit more expensive than the rest. So just keep that in mind. We're not talking about a $30 masterbook program here. I spent about $300 on this entire language arts program with the components. So keep that in mind. Also, Abeka is in the middle of transitioning and changing their curriculum. So they are updating the covers, they are updating some of the pages. So this is the newest edition as well, which also cost me a little bit more cash. So with that, I will show you everything that's involved. All right, so first we have the main teacher book. This is the teacher book. It is so much thicker than the 7th grade book. But all the lesson plans for everything involving language arts is in this one book. So you don't have multiple language arts books. There's just one book with all of the plans in it, which in a way is convenient, and in a way this thing is really heavy. So I have just post-it notes to kind of divide the subjects for myself so I can keep track. Like most Abeka programs, they are broken up by day. So you have days 1 through 170. And they just look like this for each subject. So you have everything written out for you, what you need to write on the board, and in bold, what you need to physically say to the child, and their actual assignment. They also have enrichment ideas. They have extra things you can add in if you want to. Many times we skip it because I don't find it's necessary and he understands the concept. But if you have a child who is not getting the assignment, the enrichment ideas are actually a good idea. So with that, let's move to the first area, which we'll just say grammar. We'll just call this grammar. So this is their grammar and writing work text. This is the workbook. So this is his book. He writes in this book, as you can see, and so far he really likes this. He actually really likes the theme of the nocturnal animals with this one. This one's really cute. And he's just an animal lover at this point in his life. So he is obsessed with all things animals. So this was a really great choice for him. So for that, you get a teacher book as well with the answers. Make sure that you have the teacher book, because in some packages it is just the child and the parent, or you can buy them together in a bigger package, but make sure that you know what you're buying. Sometimes when you're new to Abeka and the Abeka website, you see these kits. They usually have a parent kit and a child kit. The child kit will come with the workbooks like this. The parent kit will come with the answers and the lesson plans. You need both, so just keep that in mind. Now with that, every week he has a quiz on what he's learned, which I know that seems excessive for 3rd grade, but hear me out. I don't mind them, and neither does he. He actually really likes these because it's challenging for him and he loves seeing his score. Not all kids are wired like that. Not all parents want something like that. It works for my kid and he gets excited about it. I wish I would have been that excited about it when I was his age, just saying. But again, parent, child. So this is, we just tear these out and give them to him, and this one is mine, and it's just the key. All right, so let's move to reading and reading comprehension. There is this book. It's a standalone, and if you have a child who you're not sure about their reading level or their reading comprehension, you can buy these alone as a standalone. I think you can buy it on Abeka. If not, christianbook.com has them. Oh my goodness, these are one of my favorite parts of the entire curriculum. So inside are these little timed tests, and they read a passage, answer the questions. So you open it up, you tear it out, they read the front, and then when time is up, they turn it over. They're not supposed to turn it back to the front page, and they answer the questions. And you get a really good view at how well your child is comprehending reading passages with this book. It is fantastic college test prep. I have a feeling by the time my kids graduate high school and they're ready for that next step, they are going to annihilate those SATs with this type of text. They have these all the way up through grade 6, and then they change to a different type of format for middle school and high school, but it is still inside of the curriculum, and this is a fantastic book. I love it. Love it, love it. All right. For the actual readers, it's very much like 1st and 2nd grade. You have this whole stack of readers. These are about $15 each on their own. I bought the whole stack. So they are embedded inside of this curriculum, and they will need some of the books for this work text, because they will be writing about characters and plot and storylines, things like that from this book. So they will be using these. If you wanted to substitute another book, you probably could, but it does ask some very specific questions about the book that they read for reading. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about doing pieces, because I've done that before. Okay, so spelling. Let's move to spelling. Spelling is very cut and dry with Abeka. They just have a regular spelling book. They have a list at the top. They write out their spelling words. They do the assignments throughout the week, and then Thursday or Friday they have a test. Easy peasy. Pretty much just like any other spelling. I think this was less than 20 bucks on its own. Writing with purpose. My son started cursive in 1st grade, but he was asking to because his brother was. So I know it seems really young to start cursive, and I was really apprehensive because he was asking in kindergarten, and I held off the whole kindergarten year. However, I did get him some of the Abeka writing curriculum, I think in 1st grade, and he's been writing cursive ever since. And his cursive, I am sad to say, it is better than mine. He has impressed my own mother with his handwriting. And a lot of times we're not sure which child wrote some of the assignments when they write it on actual paper, because his handwriting is so good. And I think it's really because Abeka starts cursive at a young age. Now, you can pick if you want a cursive or a manuscript type of curriculum through a certain grade. I'm not sure if it's up to 4th grade, but yeah, they either start in 3rd or 4th grade with the cursive. These books are fantastic as far as cursive, and in the front, it's really convenient. I actually photocopied this page. I love this page here. I photocopy them and I put them in those clear folders, and I get out a dry erase marker and I had him trace over it when he was in like 1st and 2nd grade, when he was still learning how to make the letters. And then inside each day they have a little assignment. So you see that they're getting writing and they're getting practice with the letters, but they're also doing composition as well in here. So this book, all the way to, so in 1st and 2nd grade, they do just straight like letter recognition and learning how to form the letters in cursive. In 3rd grade, the handwriting book changes a little bit, and it is creative writing and penmanship both in one book. So there's a little bit more to do in here, and sometimes he says his hand hurts, but he does really well with this. And I think them doing cursive at a younger age actually is a good thing. So let's talk about some of the extras. There are some extra things in the curriculum, but the only one that I have found so far, and we are up to almost less than 50, that I felt like I needed were the teaching charts. So these are actually, I think these were less than $20, but they have saved me so much stress, because without these, I have to flip back and forth and I don't know where everything is in this book sometimes, because the teacher manual is so large, and sometimes they're referencing things that you did 20 lessons ago and I didn't put a note by it. So everything from grammar and punctuation rules to parts of speech are on here, and they're colorful and they're nice to look at. They did a good job with these. I really like the newer style of the charts. They have some of the older charts. They look like this. This is the 4 through 6. This is the older charts. Ours is falling apart, but I was hoping I could get away with using the 4 through 6 charts because we already had them, but the 3rd grade is completely different. So bummer for me. I had to actually buy the charts. It's not in a book for this this revision. It is actual loose charts, which that's not totally a bad thing either. I feel like they're better reinforced than the flimsy books, and this is something I can hang on our bulletin board or on our whiteboard easily, and he can see them. So we have helping verbs here. I know that's probably backwards for you, I'm sorry. So plurals, we have all kinds of things. We even have like dictionary format, because they're going to be learning how to use dictionaries and things like that. These I found extremely helpful. It is not required like the rest of the stuff is required for all of the things inside. However, these are not required. They're just a sanity saver. So take it from me, these things are awesome. So that is what I've got for 3rd grade. 3rd grade is going really well. He enjoys it. It takes probably about 20 to 25 minutes when you add in the reading, because they will, every day, they will read a passage, they will learn something in grammar that you will do, and then they will do an assignment in this book here. They will do 1 or 2 pages. Sometimes it's back and front, sometimes it's just the one side. They will have some kind of spelling assignment, whether that is writing their words or doing one of the activities inside the book. They will do some kind of handwriting passage, and that's really about it. Some days you swap out the text workbook for the testing, and that's fine, but I would say we spend no more than 45 minutes tops on our longest day. So that is 3rd grade. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, stick them down below in a comment and I will try to answer them as best I can. I don't work for Abeka. I am not an Abeka sponsor. I don't get money. I don't get paid for these. These are just strictly my opinion. So I hope that you guys like it, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.